going! It's in! Lucas Moura with the hat-trick goal! Spurs are going to the Champions League final for the first time in their history! Welcome to the Monday Night Spurs Show, a brand new Spurs show talking all things Tottenham Hotspur every Monday night at 9 p.m. Joining me tonight, we've got Gaz. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, all good, Tel, and you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. We had quite a nice day out yesterday, beating the Scum. You enjoy it yesterday, being back in the ground?
It was a good day out. Yeah, the result was one thing, but obviously just being together as well at a stadium was nice. So, everything's looking like it's getting back to normal, which is important more than anything.
Yeah, it was weird. As soon as we got back in the ground, it felt like we'd never been away. Everything.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. And it was busy, packed. I mean, I know it wasn't a full sellout, but the section where we was, it just looked so busy in that. And you'd think, it was just like normal, just how it was before,
Yeah. I mean, and one thing we didn't really see, I didn't see many masks. Not many people wearing masks.
No. I think someone next to me had a mask on, but I didn't see many. We showed it in a picture as well on the Tottenham Twitter page. It said picture of the fans, and I didn't see one person have a mask on now.
Yeah, so let's get straight into it then. Let's talk about pre-season. So I'll just go through the results in case you have forgot any. Some of them I can't remember that well myself. So the first game was Leyton Orient 1, Spurs 1. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I watched that one, yeah.
Yeah, what did you think of that one? Memory?
Well, yeah, from what I can remember, it was, bit of a half and half, a game of two halves, really. And you had it wasn't a fully fit squad anyway. Nuno's not had a full fit squad throughout the whole pre-season anyway. So I think it was just good to see some youngsters get a chance in the match as well. Some were really impressive.
Yeah, I thought Noel John was the stand-up player that game.
Done well. I think Noel John was good, and the other one who was good was Pascozzi, the young Estonian defender we got as well. Looked really promising.
Centre back.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought he was a centre back, but he's 18 years old. He's already got 5 senior caps for his country as well. So but he looks another promising player for the future.
Yeah, so not much to say about the Orient game. I mean, Dane Scarlett took his goal really well. It looked like he'd been for years, didn't he, that one? Yeah,
it's a good finish from young Dane there. So I hope he gets more.
Yeah, and then I think that we had Cisse.
Yeah, Callum Cisse, at left back.
Before, so that must be his.
Yeah. Don't know too much about Cisse. So, but again, he looks pretty comfortable at left back there. Done a good job. So again, whether we see him in the future or not, I don't know.
It's a strange one. Obviously, because there's rumours that Dennis Serkin's going Sunderland.
Yeah, a bit disappointed about that because there's a lot of hype about him, a lot of hype around him being a future talent for Spurs. But I think if it's a case of you've not been promised many minutes, then why not? But I think we've got a buyback clause in that though.
Yeah, I'm alleviating him, Mr. Trick. I think almost Serkin must have been a Mourinho player, someone you like the look of, and now
I think Mourinho liked the look of him as well. So but I don't know, Nuno might think different.
So the other game was Colchester 0, Spurs 3. Now this one I didn't actually watch that much of. I've seen the highlights on YouTube, but as the 90 minutes, I definitely didn't see the 90 minutes. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, again, I saw that one as well. It was just mainly all the action was in the first half, really, and all the 3 goals going in the first half. Nice finishes, typical finishes that you expect from our senior players. But again, a few youngsters impressed once again. Obviously, again, Pascozzi, the young Estonian defender, looked really good as well. Noel John as well was okay in that. I think he, I don't know if he started that match. Could be wrong. He might have been subbed on, subbed off. I can't remember, but he played a bit. And there was another left back we had. Was it Toby Amole?
Yeah, he's been in the squad a few times. Yeah,
he was in the squad there as well. Yeah, again, another young lad we don't know too much about either. But again, another young potential left back coming through. I think we're doing all right in the left back department there.
Yeah, and then the final game was actually one of the games. Apart from the Mine series, of course, we'll come on to the Mine series. But the other friendly was one of the games I went to. MK Dons 1, Spurs 3.
Yeah,
did you watch that one?
Yeah, I watched. I think I watched all of them actually. Yeah, I definitely watched that one. That was pretty good game as well. Pretty good going. I think the standout player in that one was Alfie Whiteman.
Oh yeah, the penalty save. Yeah, I
Saved the
thought it,
penalty, and he had a good game. Really done
mm,
well, made some good saves there, and
the
I
free
think
kicks. I
he's
took my eye. He had good position for the free kicks, didn't he?
yeah, he did well. I think it'd be disappointing not to get the clean sheet, but I think he had a good game all round. I think he's more than capable of being a number three, definitely. You know, he could even be a number two. I think he's proved his worth. I think it's nice to see a manager giving a third choice, fourth choice keeper, whatever he was, giving him minutes. I think every goalkeeper who's been at this squad has had minutes. Even Joe Hart. I
Yeah.
know he's gone now, but whether he was third or fourth choice, but even he got minutes. So it's just good to see that people got a fair share of minutes during this pre-season.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And even I know we said about Whiteman would have liked a clean sheet, but the goal he conceded was a bit of a freak goal, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, a bit of a
Look
freak
over his
goal. You
head.
know, it probably wouldn't have gone in on another day. But yeah, but it's football. Anything happens.
Hmm.
So yeah, just take
And
what it is.
so on to the Mine series then. Chelsea 2, Spurs 2. Like you
Yeah,
said, you watched all these friendlies. That one, I wasn't looking forward to it, but we come out with a draw in
yeah.
the end.
It's a tough match, really tough game. I think I think that was a real test for Nuno and for the squad as well. But I think the first half we were pretty much non-existent.
Hmm.
Second half was a bit better, and obviously, like you say, yeah, we come back with the two goals. I think it was good that we showed that character. We just didn't give up, and we just keep fighting. You know, that's what we was like under Pochettino.
Hmm. I think
And
one thing we noticed with all the friendlies really was the fitness, but the fitness has definitely improved, especially after Arsenal as well. I think
yeah,
Højbjerg bit off the pace for the Chelsea game. He only got 45 minutes, didn't he? Then
yeah,
come off. But yesterday he looks a lot more fitter.
yeah, definitely. I think Højbjerg. I mean, he's fit as a fiddle. The bloke, he plays every game in the Premier League. You know, that's the sort of players you want. You want players that are going to play week in, week out, and come away without any injury scares or any knocks. You know, because it just seems to happen so often with us.
Mm.
But I think a player like Højbjerg is definitely someone you need. Someone in the squad, someone who's fit, someone who's strong physically, and just gets on with it. You know, he doesn't moan, he don't complain. He just plays his football, and
Yeah.
he's a true professional.
He's almost took the role up himself, isn't he, of being a leader? Like no one
Yeah,
asked him to do that, but he's just born to do it. It's just a
yeah,
natural character to do it.
it's just come to him naturally, I think. But
Yeah.
but yeah, he's just star player for us. Definitely a key player in that position.
The one strange thing about the Chelsea game was Steven Bergwijn scored a goal.
Yeah, well,
Always
fair play
player
to him.
scored a goal.
Yeah, he looked like he needed that goal. He's been fairly impressive as the pre-season's gone on a bit. He's played a bit better. I think he's just getting a bit of that confidence back that he needs because I like Bergwijn. I think he's definitely a good player for us. He'd be a good option on the wings there.
Mm.
So, but yeah, I think this pre-season are doing well. I think he's going to have a full pre-season there as well. So, yeah, hopefully it does his fitness good, his confidence, and hopefully he can get back to scoring goals as well as helping out the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely feel Bergwijn is one of these players that is actually improving his fitness. I think
Yeah,
we've
yeah,
seen
I'd
a
say
lot with
so.
these Mourinho sides. Remember how big Lukaku got under Mourinho at
Yeah,
United? Absolute massive. And then he went to Inter Milan, banging him in for fun. Now he's worth, 120 million
yeah,
euros again. So I think we've got a lot of players at the club who can improve their fitness. Bergwijn being one. I think Lo Celso as well. I think if he gets his
yeah.
fitness
I
back
think
up.
he's got. I was thinking earlier actually, Lo Celso. I think he's got a chance to prove himself again.
Mm.
I think that's one player who could definitely do it as well. And but yeah, I think Lo Celso is one player who definitely needs to step up this year. The other player I think needs to step up as well is Delhi.
Yeah, we'll come on. Actually, no, we'll talk about Dele now then. So obviously he played yesterday as well. Hit the post twice. I
Yeah,
think
from
he hit the
close
post that
range.
both
Yeah.
times. What have you made of Dele in pre-season?
I don't know if he's trying too hard or he's not trying at all. I don't know. It's a strange one with Delhi. He looks like his confidence has been knocked massively,
Mm.
and I think it's going to be a while for him to actually get back to the player that he was. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with Delhi. It's just been a bit slow with him. I hope he does get back to his best. But I think Nuno sees good in him. I think Nuno does see some potential. He knows what he was like
Mm.
under Poch when he was younger. He was better. He was scoring goals and he was one of our best goal scoring midfielders.
Yes.
But
Nuno,
recently, I've just found it very frustrating with Delhi.
So Nuno's. I think he wants to play a 4-3-3 now, don't he? Nuno.
Yeah, it does look at that. Yeah, but I think he doesn't stick to one formation. I think he likes to rotate it from time to time.
So I've read that I think Delhi's only playing in the 3 just because the other players aren't fully fit yet. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw the Celso start against City in the 3 and
Yeah,
Delhi on the
same.
bench.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
start. I think Gio needs to start in the. I think because when he come off the bench yesterday, he made a difference. He sort of turned it up a bit, added a bit more
Intensity.
firepower.
I want just a bit more intensity, getting up
Yeah.
a bit more, So yeah, so that's anything else to add on the Mind series?
Well, yeah, I think. I mean, what's happening with players like Ndombele?
Yeah, so yeah, I've definitely got on Dembele to come on to. We can talk about him now, actually. So Adam has said, even though Delhi hit the post twice, I believe under Jose, his confidence got hit big time. But he needs to get out with the fancy flicks and keep it simple. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
true.
those flicks are doing. Yeah, frustrating. Just keep it simple, and just just play a simple pass from time to time. You can't just keep doing these flicks. It's just silly. Just play the basic game, and it'll show how good he is.
If someone did bid for him, how much would you want for him?
Well, when he was scoring goals, you could have easily got about 70, 80, even 100 million for him. Now, what's he worth now? I don't know. 50, after that, 50 million.
I mean, I think Joe Willock's gone Newcastle for 25 mil, isn't
20. Yeah, that's good deal for them. Joe Willock's good goal scoring midfielder there.
he? So, yeah, we've got another comment here from my old man. What Bergwijn needs to do is decide what he's going to do before he enters the box. The indecision is costing him. I think that's the same with Dele Alli as well. I mean,
Yeah,
Dele receives it in the box and then he never wants to shoot. I think when the goal against Chelsea, Lucas's deflected effort,
yeah.
Dele had the ball
You
in the
can,
box. He didn't know what to do with it, and then it was a
but
fluky goal by Lucas in the end, wasn't it?
watching Spurs over the years, you can definitely see a change in Delhi. He was this excited young 19, 20-year-old coming in from Milton Keynes and scoring goal. I didn't expect Delhi to do all that. He was scoring for fun. He was having a partnership with Kane up top, and it was deadly. Kane and Delhi were usually the goal scorers, but I just think the last 2 years he's been really frustrating to watch, and it's like, what's happened? What's happened to him? Where is Delhi?
I think
Where
that
is?
I think that PSG move would have done him good, whether it
I
been
think so. Yeah, I think so. But do you know what?
yeah.
I wouldn't rule out Delhi leaving on deadline day. Whether it could be a loan or a permanent or even like a straight swap for someone. But I wouldn't rule it out. I still think he could go.
Adam says 20 million. He'll take 20.
20 million. Well, I think you can squeeze more.
It
I mean, if you're
depends if
selling,
it gets invested straight back in. If it means that 20 gets you that Martinez bloke, then maybe. But
yeah, or even our.
let's talk about our. So let's talk about Nuno then. Are you happy now with Nuno? Obviously, wasn't everyone's first choice at the beginning. What's your impression of Nuno?
Yeah, I think he wasn't first choice for everyone because I think you got to think of the managers we were linked with before. And I mean, blimey, the list was about as long as my arm. You had managers like Brendan Rodgers, Nagelsmann, Hansi Flick, Ten Hag, Graham Potter,
Fonseca. I thought it was
Fonseca, even Gattuso. I mean, I didn't want Gattuso personally.
Mm.
Roberto Martinez. The list just went on and on and on. But in the end, I think Nuno is the right call. I mean, one thing I like about Nuno, he pumps a lot of positive energy around the clubs. You got to think when he took over Wolves the first time, he was the fifth manager in the space of in a year. Fifth manager in the space of a year.
I couldn't name the others. I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't. I think it was Kenny Jackett. I think Kenny Jackett was the manager at Wolves, and then he was sacked. And then, like October time, someone else come in. He was only in charge for a month. Then he was sacked. Someone else come in till about March. Then he was sacked. And I think in the end, they brought a caretaker manager to the end of the season.
The ones I remember was what was it? What's his name? Mick McCarthy. And
Mick McCarthy. He was there. Yeah.
Got another comment. Oh, yeah. Adam's over the moon. We got Nuno. He'll bring back the work rate and passion back into the club. Yeah, but
I agree with you, Ed. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like Nuno. I've always liked Nuno. Do you know when Pochettino was sacked? I actually said to myself, I want Nuno to be the next Spurs manager. So But
it's like you said though, it's the positivity. I think.
yeah, you can see it. It's in his press conferences. You know, he smiles. He just You know, he doesn't bring players down when things are bad and gone negative. You know, he does. He addresses it. He fixes it, and then we go into another game and make it better. You know, but I like his. I think his man management is really good as well. I think the players like him, and the players are responding to him really well. You know, you see that at Wolves. I mean, when he took over Wolves, he basically took them to another level because when Wolves play in the Premier League, they were a yo-yo club. They'd go up, they'd come down.
Oh yeah, they're like
But,
Norwich and Burnley.
yeah, but he kept him in the Premier League, kept him seventh, got him Europa League spots as well, and it was a big thing for Wolves. You know, massive. And the players he signed, you know, Ruben Neves, getting a player like Ruben Neves into the Championship.
Yeah.
You know, who does that? You know, he was captain for Porto, I believe.
Yeah. So let's talk about this man. Let's move that out of the way. Heung-min Son signed a new deal with the club.
Yeah.
What have you got to say about Heung-min Son?
Oh well, it's better. It's better than any transfer. I think. I think having Son signed a new deal, committed to the club as well, and he loves it here. He absolutely loves it here, even through thick and thin. You know, he's seen all the crap we've been through with the players on the pitch and us fans as well. You know, us fans have been very vocal about the club itself. But having Son there, he loves the club and he's like us fans really. And I'm glad he's committed. I'm glad he's staying. And yeah, I look forward to seeing how he plays for next season.
I still begs belief that he's actually at the club still after what's going on at the club, or like his best mate Harry Kane, all this transfer saga going on, and just how he's always just like ignored it, signed a new deal. He loves Tottenham. He's getting what he wants. He wants to feel loved and he wants to play football, and that's what he's getting.
Yeah, I think with Son as well, I think he's there's an opportunity there for him to be the main talisman for next season. I think that's what he's want. I think that's what he's after.
Yeah, so I was finally walking around the ground yesterday. I didn't see any Harry Kane branding. Everything was Son, Højbjerg, and Tanganga. So quite random. And then a few of the women's players. But yeah, I think Son is literally the new poster boy of Spurs, and he loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's got a like I said, I think he's got an opportunity there to make himself the main talisman at Spurs, the main man up top if needs be. But yeah, I think he's capable of doing what Harry Kane can do. I think Son's a bit more of an exciting player. I think he's got a bit more pace to him. He can run the length of the pitch. He's got skill, you know, and he can curl him in the top corner as well. I've seen him do it many a times.
I've sent someone at work today about how both-footed he is as well. I mean, the goal yesterday, left foot, you don't even take it into consideration, like when he scores left foot, right foot.
Yeah, I've seen him score belters with both feet as well.
Yeah,
you know, I think there was one against West Ham. He scored a belter, and he scored a curl against Leicester with his left foot. I believe he's just just a talented player, just an all-round fantastic, brilliant player.
Another comment here from my dad again. I wonder how Sonny felt when Kane gushing over De Bruyne so poor, which is weird, isn't it? When Gary Neville and Harry Kane were playing golf, and Kane saying he wants to play with De Bruyne, when Kane won the Golden Boot and all the assists, and because of Son, mainly because of Son as well. He's a big reason for it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but I think I know. I sort of get where Kane's coming from. Look, we know De Bruyne is a world-class player, and obviously, if you're a centre forward and you're going to get service from what De Bruyne offers, then obviously he's going to be your dream player to have. You know, I don't know. I think I hope for Tottenham's sake that Kane hasn't upset the apple cart there and sort of like said, "Well, are we not good for you?" Like, you know, makes them feel bad, puts them in the, you know, already kicks them while they're already down.
Yeah, that's a strange one, isn't it? Because he done that post, and apparently no one liked it. None of the Spurs squad liked his comment.
I heard that. Yeah,
so there's definitely a divide there.
It's a strange one. I don't know. I believe in the training centre. I think the players are under the impression that it's all about Harry Kane. You know, and I think some of them are sort of like being left out. It's like all about us. You know, are we not good enough? Maybe that's why we've slumped.
Well, look at Lucas Moura, for example, the Champions League final. He kind of proved it, didn't it? And maybe that was why we got to the Champions League final. That unity, working as a team, compared to
Well, we
Harry
made
Kane.
that Champions League final without Harry Kane. He weren't even in the team in that
Yeah.
second leg. We've done that all without him, So I'm sure if we can make a Champions League final without Harry Kane in the team, then I'm sure we can progress without him.
I do feel I love Harry Kane, but I am very intrigued to see a pacey Tottenham side, a pacey Tottenham attack. With a different type of striker now, with Son, Brian Gill. I'm really looking forward to see like this new style of play at Spurs.
Yeah, same. I think that's how Nuno works. You've got to think with Nuno's attacking at Wolves, you want to look at his wingers. These wingers had pace, they had skill, and they were absolute pests to play against. They were fullbacks nightmares, especially Adama Traore.
There's more than
Pedro
three.
Neto.
Yeah, there was loads of them, wasn't there? Like Neto.
Yeah, Neto was there. You had Podence as well, and I remember that Podence, just an absolute pest to play against. And that's the sort of players that I know. Jota was there as well. Obviously, Jota was sold, but that was another player who really mixed it up at Wolves there.
All right, now let's talk about the transfer window. So hopefully it's don't go on for too long. Let's start with the players out. So there's going to be a few players popping up on your screen.
Yeah,
these are all the players that have left the club. So you can see a bit of a rebuild here. Like we'll go through it one by one. Joe Hart, how do you feel about Joe Hart leaving?
Well, I mean, there's not really much else to say. I think the only downfall with Joe Hart is obviously we've lost a homegrown voter player.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think if he's just going to be a waste of money sitting on the bench, there's no point. If you can get a bit for him, why not? That's what I say. Good luck to Joe Hart for the future in Celtic.
Well, Levy done a bit of business. You've got him in a free transfer, sold him for $1 million.
Yeah, it's a profit. Yeah, it's easy money.
Gazzaniga. I mean, I like Gazzaniga as a person.
I did. Yeah, I liked Gazza, but again, wasn't really rated by Mourinho, so I think his contract was running down.
I think he was in between a number 2 and a number 3. He was never really. I don't think he was ever good enough to be number 2. But definitely weren't good enough to be a number 1.
Well, I think he was all right when Lloris was injured, and he was the number 1 for about a good 3-4 months. He was good then. He was all right. He done the job, but obviously he weren't the world class state that Lloris is at. So again, good luck to Paulo.
Juan Foyth, that was a strange one, but he looks a bit of a player now, Foyth.
Yeah, I think he's really grown as a player at Villarreal, but again, I just think he weren't cut out for the Prem. I see him. I see him once. Funnily enough, it was at Wolves, and if he gave away 2 penalties there, really clumsy. I think he's just too young. I think he was like 20 years old when he made his debut as well. Scored on his debut actually against Palace.
Yeah, I think I was at that one. Yeah,
he was there and didn't do nothing since really. But I mean, he had. I think he had. Potential for it, but I just don't think he was cut for the Prem. So again, all the best to him.
What's
You froze, Tel. You've broken up.
Players like a Foyth.
Start again. Sorry, Tel. Can you start again? You froze.
I said, what annoyed me were players like Foyth and Carter Vickers and all that. We played all these players in the cup games, and we almost threw the cups away under Poch. And then it's not even worked out for Foyth, is it? I think it's happened with a few players. Like, remember when we played in Kudu a lot? Didn't work out for him. We're just throwing cups away, and it doesn't even help out the players. Like, even Harry Winks played him a lot in the cups, but he's not really grown as a player.
Nah. Again, they were just used for cup competitions, really. So, I guess you've just got to try these players out at times at these at a safe moment, I guess. But if you're gonna use them at a cup, it just shows you've got no faith in them in big matches. What's the point bringing them in?
Yeah. Okay. What about Toby? How do you feel about Toby? Good servant for us.
He's done well. I mean, Toby was probably our best centre back at the club, to be fair. But I think Toby was knocking on a bit. I think he, you could see it last year. He was having a bit of a decline. And it was a shame, really, because I thought Toby could have gone on for another couple of years, another year or two at least. But it just showed last year, and I think the year before as well, he was just starting to slowly decline as well. But again, another player I loved having in the squad. He was such a good player, a bit of a leader as well. But he done well at Spurs, and he'd be missed. He'd definitely be missed, Toby.
Big fan of Toby. I'd probably say we probably should have let him go a year ago now. I think we've had him 1 year too long.
Yeah, I think Sell should have sold Alderweireld, kept Vertonghen for another year.
Well, Danny Rose then.
Danny, yeah, he's a bit of a legend. Danny, he was good. I mean, when he was the first choice left back under Poch, he was electric. The bloke, he was, used to bomb forwards. Probably one of the best left backs in the league.
I think he always wanted to play for Spurs, didn't he? Like he always wanted to play, no matter what.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but yeah, I think he had personal issues with like mental health and things like that. So I think his head weren't in the right place at times, and probably caused him to have a bad match. But apart from that, yeah, he was a great player. I mean, he joined us at 17, wasn't it, from Leeds?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, young age, and he was there for such a long time. Obviously, he had loan spells at times,
it's
but
gonna be funny. We're gonna see Danny Rose in a couple of weeks.
Playing for Watford. Yeah,
I hope he gets a good reception. He
should do. Yeah, he never really done bad for the club. Really, he done what he did. I mean, he stayed in the last year of his contract, playing for the reserves or training with the reserves. I don't know what he was doing in that past 12 months or so, but yeah, again, another player who'll be thought of as well.
And Coco, what's your thoughts on Coco?
Look, I think he was a bit of a fan favourite, Lamela, but I think the problem is he got injured too often. I see a stat recently. He made 34 appearances in 3 seasons. And to me, that's just really poor. That's fitness-wise, he just wasn't ready for it. And if you're going to make 34 appearances over 3 seasons, that's virtually what? Nearly a season worth of appearances in the space of 3 years. I just think he was eating up our wage bill, just while he was in a hospital bed recovering from an injuries all the time.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, 7 seasons of us, he's never been a guaranteed starter. He's always
he's never been a guaranteed starter. I mean, don't get me wrong. When he did play, obviously his work effort was brilliant. He'd get stuck in. He used to. He was a prick on the pitch as well. I think the opposition players didn't like him because of, he used to give off a bit of mouth and like just really torment them and really tease them and that. But yeah, he was a bit of a character. He would be known for his Rabona against Arsenal and being sent off in the same match as well.
Yeah,
Spursy.
It just annoys me now, that goal, because of what happened after.
Yeah. But yeah, I think too much pressure was on him because obviously that was Bale's replacement, and I think they tried so many a long time, but I think he'd be happy at Seville. I think he'd do well in Spain. I don't think he's ever played in Spain actually, so it'd be his first test. But I think he'll enjoy it over there. I think he'd do well.
Yeah, I wonder how demanding the fitness will be for him. So it'd be interesting to see how he does.
Yeah,
so on to Bale and Vinicius then. It was a bit weird that there wasn't a tweet by Spurs saying thank you for thank you for playing for the season. They've gone back to their parent clubs.
I would have thought. I would have thought like there was a bit of indication that he might have come back for another loan. Yeah. Is it on the cards? Could it happen?
That's the thing. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's what's going to happen. I mean, I could see Vinicius out of Southampton. I think he could definitely do a job still.
I see somewhere Vinicius was linked with someone. I know he was linked with Wolves a year or two back. I don't know if he could go to Wolves. I mean, they love Brazilian and Portuguese players who come from Benfica and Porto and that. It'd suit Wolves, I think. But I'm not sure. I think I could see Vinicius at Everton for some reason or other.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I think him and Richarlison could work fairly well.
But no, yeah, I was happy with both of them really. Bale done all right. We will never really know the truth behind Gareth Bale and the fitness. Was it Mourinho holding the grudge? Was Bale really fit? We will never really know the answer to that one.
Yeah, it's a strange one, but I mean, if he says he wants to come back and play for another season, I'd be all for it. Imagine our attack then with the new signings as well, and if we do get the new striker, striker or two, and then Kane stays, blimey, I think we'll be an absolute force next season.
All right, let's talk about incomings then. Something a bit more exciting.
Yeah.
So, Christian Romero. We'll start with Christian Romero. What's your thoughts on him?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's really good to see that we've got top defender on our hands. I've actually got a friend, colleague of mine, one old colleague of mine who's actually Italian, massive Atalanta fan.
All
And
right,
the
yeah.
day we signed Romero, he said to me, "Are you happy? You've got Romero, you've got Galini."
Mm,
And I said to him, "Yeah. Well, what are they like?" He says, "Galini was good." He says, "Romero was amazing."
mm.
That was his words. So, and if that's the case, then yeah, we've got ourselves a good centre back on our hands.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he was the number one choice. I know we apart from Kunde, maybe.
Kunde, yeah, and obviously Vestergaard and Anderson.
Yeah, I
So,
think once the Anderson deal wasn't happening, I think it looked like it was going for Romero, but I can't say much on Romero. Not seen him play.
I've not, but he does look a unit at the back there. Reminds me a bit of that, bit of a Ruben Diaz vibe about him.
He's got he does got that nasty look about him, which
Yeah, I
we
think
need a
that's
bit of
what you need.
nastiness. Him and
Yeah,
Højbjerg,
I think we was a bit too soft at the back there. Players like Dyer and Sanchez and that.
Mm.
But saying that, Dyer and Sanchez were quite good yesterday in that friendly.
Yeah, no, I have to say, I even saw Sanchez pinging a few balls.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, is Nuno giving these players a chance? Is he? Is it? Are they? Do they want to prove themselves under Nuno? Does he
Mm.
trust them?
It's one of them things. I think you always want to try harder when you like your boss.
I
It's
think that's the
natural.
case. Yeah, I think when Mourinho was in charge, I think it was just a case of like all the defenders had to do all the work because he was so defensive and negative.
Mm.
And I think in the end the defenders just got fed up with it and just got tired, and that's why they probably couldn't perform as well. That's why we leaked so many goals last year.
Mm. And the way the Euros has worked and the Copa America, I think
Yeah,
Nuno's got to bond with some of the players who haven't been
yeah,
away. So players like I think Lucas Moura, Eric Dyer,
yeah,
Winks.
yeah.
He's got even Bergwijn. I see your cat.
Yes, go away. Bloody thing! It always does this. Every time I'm in like a video chat thing, it just wants to intervene all the time.
All right, let's talk about Brian Gill then. I didn't watch him much at the Olympics. I saw his
Nah,
long range effort the other day against Brazil. You see that
Yeah,
one?
I think it was Brazil. Yeah, yeah. I saw the. I didn't watch the game. I've not really watched any of the Olympics to be fair,
No.
but yeah, I see that chance there. He was only making substitute appearances for Spain. Really, obviously, I take it that's good because if he was like playing every match,
Yeah,
like
like Pedri. You hear the stat about Pedri?
what's that?
You know Pedri for
Yeah,
Barcelona?
yeah.
He's played like his 78th game in the season
Wow,
because he went to the Euros. He played all the Euros
Euros,
and then
and
went
he's
straight to
played.
the Olympics.
Wow, that's commitment right there. Yeah, he looks a good player.
Mm.
Pedri and Gil on the wing for Spain in the future.
Mm. But yeah, Brian Gill looks a tidy little player.
He does look good. Yeah, I think I think he's definitely an upgrade on Lamella. That's for sure. I think 20 years old, a young lad, and he does. He just looks. He looks a real talent, an absolute real talent. I mean, the hype in Spain at the moment, everyone's going on like he's a Messi, he's another Messi.
Mm.
That's the impression we're getting from the Spanish Twitter
Yeah,
fans and that. They're all saying he's like another Messi. But I mean, if that's true, then yeah, obviously we've got ourselves
we'll have him
a
for a
great
year.
player.
All right, and Galini. I mean, he made his debut against Chelsea. Was it
Chelsea,
Chelsea, or did he
yeah.
play against? I don't think he
No,
played
it's
against.
Chelsea. Yeah, he made his debut, played the full 90 minutes against Chelsea,
Yeah, no, I
and
thought he
then
looked
come
all
off
right.
yesterday. Yeah, he looks good. He looks good, but he's not. He's not the. I don't think he's going to be the one who's going to rest. I don't think he's going to settle for number two. He's going to fight. He's definitely going to fight for number one spot there. I think Lloris has only got 12 months left on his contract now. He's in the
Yeah,
final year.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if he left Lloris. But
Same, I think. Yeah, but again, I mean, obviously, if Lloris was to go, then obviously, again,
he's a big
he's
gap.
done his bit of a legend there. But I think he'll see the final 12 months of his contract. I don't think he'll go just yet. He might just stay for one more year because you got to think goalkeepers go on till like in their 40s.
Yeah.
So he's definitely got some years left in him, Lloris. I mean, he's top keeper, but if not, then obviously Galini, I feel, is definitely capable of being a number one keeper for us.
Who do you think will be starting against City?
I reckon it will be Lloris to start.
Mm.
I've read somewhere that Lloris picked up a knock, so I thought Galini was going to
Oh yeah.
start, but Lloris started yesterday, so that'd be Lloris in goal.
Mm.
I think right back will be Tanganga. I think he was really impressive yesterday.
Mm.
Done really
Yeah,
well.
I hope so. I'm not a fan of Doherty. I'm trying, but
Nah,
don't look fit to
I
me.
thought he was gonna. I still think he can improve a bit or get his form back under Nuno, but because obviously he was like a star player under Nuno at Wolves. But yeah, I don't know. It's a strange one with Doherty there, but I think Tanganga to start right back. My centre backs, I'd like to see Romero and Roden.
Yeah.
Left back, obviously Reguilon. Midfield, I'll go for Højbjerg and Skip.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. Very
Yeah,
excited.
it'd be good. The attacking three, I'd like to see Bergwijn, Lucas, and Lo Celso.
Yeah.
And this up top, Son. But I see today that they said Harry Kane's available for the game set on Sunday.
Can you imagine that if Kane scores against City? Kisses the badge.
I think if Kane is available, I think he'll be on the bench.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll start. I don't think he'll start. With all this speculation, if it's gone to his head or he can't get his head out of it at the minute, then he'll be on the bench. You know, I don't think Nuno would start him. See, manager like Pochettino, even Mourinho would start him.
Yeah, they
start him. But then again, Kane's not the type of player who won't not play for the club. If you're told he's got to play, he will.
So let's talk about Fabio Paratici and possibly coming in. So what have you made of Paratici so far? He's a lot more in the public eye. That's one thing I've noticed already.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. If he's if it's true that he's attempting making all these signings here, then yeah, we've got ourselves an absolute don. I think he's done more than what Steve Hitchen has done in the past few years.
It's weird seeing Steve Hitchen goes around with him everywhere now. Before, the only time I ever saw Steve Hitchen was the Amazon documentary.
Yeah.
And now Hitchen follows him everywhere. When I was at MK Dons, Hitchen was on the pitch with Paratici. So I think they're trying to change something at Spurs.
Well, they got to. You know, they've got to now. I think it's time. You know, someone steps in and actually takes these transfers. You know, seriously. You know, actually getting some decent players. But yeah, I think with Paratici, I think he's one of them ones. The difference is with him is that he will find players at a good deal, whereas someone like Levy would find players who are cheap.
Yeah.
You know, but I think when Paratici sees a player who's available at such a good price, he'll tell Levy, he says, "We've got to go for this player." Like, well, I mean, this Lautaro Martinez.
Yeah, brings on to Martinez. So they're talking about it's too much of a good deal not to take.
Well, exactly. I think, but that gives me the indication: are we selling one or two expensive players in order to get him? Is Kane going to go? Is Ndombele going to go?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I feel like the rebuild doesn't really start until you sell Harry Kane, because that's like you almost knock down the house to start again.
Yeah, but I think if Kane was to stay, if he stayed for one more season, see, I think Kane has definitely had talks with Daniel Levy. I think Kane has said to him, Levy, I will stay if you actually start showing some ambition. If you back the manager and you back the squad, back the team, right, then I'll stay. But he'll probably say, I'll give it till deadline day, and if it's not convincing, then I'm going to go. If I feel like we're not going to achieve anything this year, then I'm going to be off.
That's the thing. I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to come down to it will be a deadline day transfer.
Yeah, I think so. If anything, Kane will leave on deadline day. I don't think he will leave. Like say after the City game, straight after the City game. Anyway, I think he will stay up until it will be a deadline day move, because Levy's like that anyway. If he does lose one of his star players, he'll leave it till deadline. He'll just make the club boo, basically, and he will just say to him, he's available deadline day. You got till then to pay that offer. It's as simple as that.
So with incomings, then, has anyone took your fancy? We've been linked with, was it Vlahovic?
Vlahovic, yeah. He's well, I mean, if we can get him and Martinez in, I think that'd be brilliant. I mean, and we keep Kane as well. We'll have some absolute strikers on our hand, but I don't think we're going to have Kane, Vlahovic, and Martinez at the club. I think you know, so it's going to be. I think it's going to be Kane leaves and they both come in, or if Kane stays, I think one or the other will come in. But I think it depends on Inter, because they're saying. See, reliable sources are saying that we've agreed a fee, and then some other sources are saying that Martinez doesn't want to leave. His agent said he's happy at Inter. But I think apparently someone said today that his wages are £40,000 a week.
Yeah.
I think we can at least double that.
You hope so. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd think so, yeah.
What about Damsgaard? What have you made of the Damsgaard rumour?
I like Damsgaard, but he's a winger. You know, we've got too many wingers at the minute. But I was thinking if we do get Damsgaard, I think Son could be a striker next season.
It looks like he wants that, Son. Before he wasn't too keen on playing up front, but now I
Yeah,
think.
but when he has a goal scoring season like he did last year,
Hmm.
you know, I think if you say to him play as a striker and he's still scoring goals as a striker, I think he's going to take up that role.
Alistair Gold said Tottenham are targeting another centre back and another right back. So that brings us to Tomiyasu, I believe, as the centre back, or could even be the right back.
I think it'd be the right back.
But if it was another right back, who would you be interested in? Would you still be after Max Aarons or Lamptey, or is there someone else a bit more?
I've not really looked at. I've got to
experienced?
see. I think the right back could actually be that Tomiyasu. I think Tomiyasu will come in. He's quite a versatile player.
Yeah.
But I think he would come in, and I think they'd sign another centre back because I think we've got three right backs at the moment. We've now got Tanganga, Doherty, and Aurier. I think Aurier most
He'll
probably
be
be
gone.
leaving.
Yeah, he'll be gone, I think.
Doherty, I think he'll stay for one more year. I mean, he's not the most convincing player, but I think that's when Tomiyasu will come in. So someone who can take that role as well as a centre back. But I don't know. I think by the sounds of it, we're probably going to sign 8 players by deadline day.
I hope so. We definitely need a few more.
I know there's a young centre back we've been linked with. He plays for Wolfsburg. Is it? He sounds like Lacroix
Yeah,
or something. French
yeah,
lad.
I know who you mean, but I can't. I don't want to pronounce it. I can't
Yeah,
do it.
couldn't say his name, but I've heard a lot of positive things about him. People saying he's quite a young, promising, young centre back.
Yeah, Alistair Gold did say he thinks it's a risk having 2 young centre backs. He thinks it's better to have a bit more of an experienced head. So I don't know who that experienced head would be.
Someone like Jerome Boateng, who's a free agent.
Yeah, I mean that would fit the bill nicely. But we spoke about Paratici. Let's go back to talking about this man, Tongi Ndombele. Record signing. I think this is his 3rd pre-season, but he's not really took part in any of the pre-season still.
No.
Didn't go to the Euros, so I know his partner had a baby, but himself, he doesn't look fit still. Hasn't played any games.
Nah.
What's your thoughts on him?
I don't know. I think, but I think he's another one. He doesn't want to be here either. I think he just feels a bit lost. I don't know. I don't think he's got the right attitude to be here. But by the sounds of it, I mean, I've heard he wants to leave because his mates want to leave. I think, you know, you want to leave because your mates are here. I know, obviously, you've got to have mates at a football club. You know, keep that vibe going around your mates and keep your mind and all that. But you know, you're here to play football. You're not here to make friends. You're here to play football. Like Højbjerg said when he first signed, he said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to play football, win games, and try hard, work hard every day." And I think if Ndombele had that attitude, I think we'd see his full potential by now. But I think I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's got an attitude problem or he's lazy or he's just fallen out of love of football. It's a strange one because I know there's a brilliant player in Ndombele.
Yeah. That's the thing. This is our 3rd manager, not being able to get anything from him. You know, we've had the pandemic, of course. Mourinho was getting him out, trying to get him fit, but it's the 3rd manager now, not convinced on him, not putting him as a guaranteed starter, and he's our record signing as well overall. So
yeah,
your record signing ain't getting in your 11. There is a problem there.
Yeah, massively. I think even Nuno said yesterday he was available. He was available for selection.
Yeah,
but he wasn't ready to play. So what does that mean? He didn't want to play. He's not mentally well.
Yeah. I mean,
strange one.
I think Spurs are happy with Skip as well. I mean, different type of players, but I think we're happy to give Skip a chance, and you know.
Yeah, I'd love to see Skippy start against Man City on Sunday. I think he's a talent. I think he's one of them ones. I think him and Højbjerg are very alike. I think they're both going for tackles. They both don't milk injuries. Like, you know, they're fit. You know, I think Skip had surgery recently, didn't he?
Yeah, he was might have been his metatarsal, maybe.
Yeah,
he was out for a while. He was definitely out for a little while, wasn't he?
Yeah, but this is all like pre-season, and now he's back training pre-season, playing matches, and he's done well. He's done well. He's got stuck in. He's nothing seems to bother him. You know, he just gets stuck in, takes a leaf out of Højbjerg's book, I think. And you know, if we get them two boys in the middle there, and then we get our our centre backs, I think we could have a big wall in the middle of the spine of the pitch there.
I mean, it feels completely different. Winks and Sissoko, and then Skip and Højbjerg.
Yeah.
Different abilities. I mean, Winks, Skipper and Højbjerg, not the best technically, but they do the basics right, don't they? They can control a ball, can pass the ball 10 yards, can pass the ball 20 yards, which is just give the ball to the attackers. That's all we're asking for, and just break up the play.
Bit of service.
Should we preview Man City then a bit closer? How are you feeling ahead of Man City?
Good. Well, obviously, I'm quite looking forward to the game. Actually, I think what was really important was ending this pre-season unbeaten.
It could have gone horrible, couldn't it?
Could have done. I mean, the Chelsea game was tough. I think yesterday was fairly tough. You know, I think Arsenal could have nicked a couple of chances there, but I think ending this pre-season unbeaten, it gives us a bit of optimism. Because I think if we lost like one game or two games miserably, if we got battered in a game, you'd think to yourself, what chance have we got? You know, playing against the big teams and that. So I think we've done fairly well in this pre-season. I know it's more for fitness and all that, but you don't want to lose matches in a pre-season, especially when you're playing lower league opposition.
Yeah,
it does. It make you question like, what's wrong in the team. But I think having a good pre-season, I think helps. I think it definitely helps, and obviously gets the players up to fitness and that. But I think for the City game, I feel like we can definitely get a draw.
Yeah,
I think so, definitely.
Starting 11-wise, I think yesterday's game was quite close to what it will probably be.
Yeah. There might be one or two changes. I think there might be one or two surprises. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we see someone like Kane starting, for example. But I think but I don't think he will. I think he will seriously be on the bench. And I think another surprise could be, I don't know. Probably seeing Skip start. I don't think many people are expecting Oliver Skip to start, but I think he will.
All right, the question I'm going to ask you: what minute is Højbjerg getting a yellow card for fouling Jack Grealish?
Oh my god! It's got to be the first time. I'm going to go for the 25th minute.
25th minute. The Adam fixture went 2-1.
It could be. I mean,
Skip Højbjerg in the middle.
Højbjerg in the middle. Yep, I agree with you there, Ads. I mean, the way Leicester were the other day against Man City. I mean, Man City. I watched them in the Community Shield on Saturday, and I tell you what, they looked stuttering. They looked like they really stuttered in their chances and that. So
it's weird. I think Ian Wright was saying it's quite a strange business how they've gone for Grealish first over the Kane transfer. I know they had the release clause and stuff, but
I think it's a case of it's one or the other. I don't think they're going to get both. I don't think they will have both players in that team. Surely, I mean 260, whatever it is, £250 million on two players. That's a lot. You know, I don't know.
Someone's going to get away around it. It would be City. That's the problem.
Yeah, with all this financial fair play now, I don't know.
Yeah, you'd hope we have a right go against City to prove a point to Kane. I mean, how nice would that be if we could get the job done with Kane on the bench? You know.
Yeah, but it would just show that these players are willing to play for the club. But I mean, whether the rumours are true or not that Kane doesn't want to play for the club anymore. I mean, there's been obviously rumours about him not turning up for training, but then there's other rumours saying he was on holiday. He has to isolate, and I don't know what to believe. I mean,
it's a mess. It is a massive mess.
Yeah, I think. Look, it's a summer transfer window. Sky want a story to talk about. They're going to make up a story about Kane not being at training. It's big news for Sky. That's how they get all their viewers.
Last year it was all Jadon Sancho. Now it's Harry Kane, isn't it?
Yeah, Jadon Sancho, Harry Kane. I mean, the Grealish deal was fairly quick, I thought.
Yeah, it probably ruined Sky Sports, didn't it? Now they've got this story.
Yeah, they need a story to talk about. I mean, I know in some other transfer summers, it's all about Paul Pogba as well.
Yeah, that could be another one. But that's the thing. I think even Sky Sports, they're more obsessed with Harry Kane than Lionel Messi going PSG. They're more obsessed about Harry Kane.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think they've just got something against us, the media. So I just hope we Proven wrong for next season. It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
So look forward to the season then. What are your predictions, expectations? What's a good season for us?
For me, it's a bit too early to call because I need to see who we get on deadline day. We see the final squad deadline day, and if we do get the players that we're linked with, if we get like I don't know about 3 or 4 of them, if we do get Martinez and we do get Vlahovic and we do get Damsgaard and we do get another centre back, even Kunde, Kunde could come in or Tomiyasu. If we do get 4 or 5 of them players, then I would say top 4.
I mean, top
And it
4
also depends if.
Oh, he's cut out. So it looks like we're gonna have to end the pod a little bit early. So we normally go for an hour, but we're gonna end it at 50 minutes then. So summarising for me, the Man City game this weekend. I finally got myself a season ticket at the Lane. So this will be my first season as a Tottenham Hotspur season ticket holder. And Gary's actually back.
Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Sorry, I think I mentioned top 4.
Oh, anyway, we've got a comment. Well done, Tel. I was just mentioning I'm at the Lane Sunday. Got me season ticket. Come through today, my season ticket.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I should be going over there a bit more often. I'm going to try and sort out my City ticket on Friday.
Yeah.
But I was saying, my prediction, again, it just depends who we sign. But if we do get them players, then I would say top 4. I know it's going to be a big ask, but top 4. If we do get them.
I think if he gets top 6, it's a good season for him, like for Spurs, really. Just, I feel like we've been in such a mess and such.
What do you reckon? I think top 6 and hopefully go for a trophy.
Conference League count, or does it not? Does it not?
Well, that would do it. Yeah, the Conference League. It just shows. It's a trophy. Obviously, we'd like to win something a bit more major domestically, like the FA Cup would be nice. Even try again for the Carabao Cup. I think the Carabao Cup was definitely there for the taking last year, and I just think we just ruined it, just bottled it, as they say. What about you? What's your predictions, Tel?
Well, my dad's just put 2-2. He thinks 2-2.
2-2 for the City game.
For City, I think Sunday I might go 1-1. I was
going to go 1-1.
I think City will probably take the lead, and then I think we are touch wood. I think we're fitter than City at the moment. Our fitness levels might be just a bit better. I think Foden and De Bruyne are out for City.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
But I'll go 1-1. Son to score again, of course. But
yeah.
For the season, as a fan, I think being realistic, I'll be happy with top 6, just because I feel it's a different league now with Sancho at United and Lukaku going Chelsea.
Also, I think it's going to impact as well some teams with fans being back in the grounds.
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true.
I think
it should help us. It must help us.
I hope so. I hope, like I said, Nuno pumps a lot of positivity around the club. And if you ever went to Molineux last year, if you've been to Molineux recently, I've been there once. Me and Ads went up there one year, and I'll tell you what, I think Ad'll agree with me here. Molineux was an absolute hostile atmosphere, really hostile. And
the way you're in like the West Stand, aren't you? West or East? Like you're not behind the goal, are you? You're like
no, we're on the east. Or, I don't know what it is, the east side, West Stand, whatever it is. But you're not too far away from the Wolves. You're all quite fairly closed in as well. And they are loud, the Wolves supporters, and I think I don't think looking at Molineux over the years when they was in the Premier League, it wasn't full.
Yeah,
it never used to. I remember it being fairly empty, but when Nuno came in, he just pumped all this energy around the club, and it had a knock-on effect. All the fans were turning up, and the grounds was just hostile. The atmosphere was loud, and they were enjoying their football. The fans. Yeah. So I think if Nuno can deliver that. If they can deliver that at Spurs, I think we'll have a good team ourselves.
I mean, you're talking about positivity. I've looked at the Tottenham ticket website today. You've had a look, and City's almost sold out.
Yeah,
everyone's buzzing. I mean, obviously, fans want to get back in the ground, but you're still paying a lot of money. You're paying a lot of money to probably see Tottenham lose. Really, I mean, we're not the favourites to win on Sunday, of course. So, but everyone's
We're not favourites, but I'll tell you another thing about Nuno. When you look at his record against top 6 clubs, it's very good.
Yeah.
very good. I think he's beaten them all. He's beaten Man City. He's beaten Man United. He's beaten Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. He's beaten us. He's beaten us twice at the Spurs ground.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So.
Dad thinks Liverpool will drop out a bit this year. I think. Fourth.
Yeah, I could see that. I think towards the end of last season, actually, they were really on a slump, weren't they? I mean, they lost to teams now. I think they were losing to Fulham. They were losing to other teams as well. Did they lose to Burnley or someone?
Yeah, it was
West Brom.
Ashley Barnes penalty.
Yeah, they were losing all these games. I mean, their home record, they were unbeaten at home for so long, and then that freak loss. Yeah, it was against Burnley, and
I don't think they've replaced Wijnaldum yet, have they?
No, not yet. They've not. They've only spent money on Konate.
Konate, yeah. So yeah, maybe it is the Liverpool position that he's up for grabs. But Leicester, I think Leicester do look good. I think they've got a good bunch of players there. Daka and Samari.
I like Daka. Daka's in my dream team. I think he's going to do well next season.
Yeah, even like clever signings like Bertrand, experienced player could do a job.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think with Leicester, they're just such a well-run club. Their scouting's really good, and they've got a chairman who cares, really. I know we're saying about Levy not caring, but we'll see. We'll give Levy... I mean, we've given him so many chances over the years, but what's different is that he's got a director of football in who's dealing with the transfers. Apparently, Levy's not had a say in this at all. I think he just gets given the green light. He says you can sign him and all that. But
sign here, that's it.
Yeah, but I think with Paratici, I think he's basically just said, Levy, just sit down, relax, let me deal with it. I promise I won't do anything stupid. I mean, this Romero's a loan deal till January, and apparently with this loan deal, it frees up more transfer funds to buy more players this summer, which is clever, I think.
Yeah, that's very exciting. But yeah, should we wrap it up there then, Gaz?
Yeah, I've got to go to bed soon.
Yeah, but we'll be back here next week then, next Monday, where we'll be talking about a game of football, a proper game of football.
Yeah, with proper fans in as well, and obviously a game that we're going to be at as well, which is going to... I'm looking forward to it, really excited. And hopefully this time next Monday, we'll be talking about how Spurs beat Man City. We hope so, anyway.
Kane gets two. That'd be lovely.
Yeah, imagine it. That'd be great, yeah.
All right, anyway, guys, thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thanks, Tel. Thanks for having me, bruv. Cheers.
And we'll see you next Monday.
And I'll see you then. Take care.
Modric, deflected. Oh, it's hit the post. And Lennon has equalised. Eriksson, Ali's there again. Oh, what a goal! It's Danny Rose on his Premier League debut with a memorable strike. Son has scored it. Kevin Son buries it beyond Edison. Kane goes for it. They're sliding! It's in! Lucas Moura with the hat-trick goal! Spurs are going to the Champions League final!